Hello friends, welcome to our YouTube channel. Today we will learn about nutrition in plants. So let us start the video. To understand the nutrition, we must know some facts about the food first. We all eat food daily, but do you know why is it important? Food is required to provide energy for various life processes. It is also required for growth and survival of an organism, energy production, and repair of damaged tissues in the body. If you want to know what life processes are, watch our previous video. We have provided a link in the description box. Now let us talk about the various food habits of organism. All living beings need food, but their ways of consuming it are different. Some can synthesize their own food. However, some depends on other organisms for food. Let us start with the basic definition of nutrition. Nutrition is the process by which an organism takes in the food and utilizes it for its survival. Then, what nutrients are? These are the components of food such as carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins, and minerals. Comment various components of balanced diet in our comment box. In this video, we will mainly focus on different modes of nutrition in plants. Plants follow two modes of nutrition for obtaining their food. One is autotrophic mode of nutrition and the second is heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Autotrophic, as the name suggests, means to make their own food by the organism themselves, like in green plants. Green plants have capability to synthesize their own food with the help of sunlight, carbon dioxide, and minerals. Let's talk about the very important process going in green plants, that is photosynthesis. In this process, green plants prepare food using carbon dioxide, water, and chlorophyll in presence of sunlight. Chlorophyll is the green pigment found in the chloroplast of green leaves. This is the main site of photosynthesis. So, we can depict the equation of photosynthesis as shown in slide below. That is, carbon dioxide plus water gives glucose and oxygen. Now we shall talk about the essential requirement without which photosynthesis cannot take place. These are: number 1, carbon dioxide, which comes from air and enters into leaves through stomata. These stomatas are surrounded by guard cells which regulates its opening and closing. And the second one is sunlight, which comes from sun. Third one is chlorophyll, a pigment present in green leaves that traps sunlight. The fourth one is water and mineral, which are taken up from soil by roots and transported to leaves with the help of phloem tissues. Now we will jump into another section of this topic, that is heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Heterotrophic. Hetero means others, trophic means food. As the name suggests, these are the organisms which derive their food from other and cannot synthesize their food by its own. Example, non-green plants, which don't have chlorophyll, hence unable to synthesize their food by photosynthesis process. They depend upon green plants for their food. Have you ever heard about parasitic plants? Yes, parasites are those which lives on others to survive. Likewise, there are some plants which follow this mode. These plants lives on other plants which are called host for their food shelter. Let's have some examples of parasitic plants. Number 1 is CUSCUTA. It is a total parasitic which is totally dependent upon host. You can see it in the picture. It grows on tree with long thread around the trunk and suck nutrients from other plants using its root-like structure. And the second one is mistletoe. Mistletoe is another parasitic plant, but it is partially parasitic, means half parasitic. It can synthesize its own food with the help of its green leaf, but takes water and mineral from the other plant, not from soil. Another category in this series is saprophytic mode of nutrition. These are the plants which grows on dead and decaying organic matters of animals and plants. These plants are called saprophytes. One of the example is Indian pipe. It is waxy plant, white in color, that grow on decayed plant. Its height ranging from 4 to 10 inches. Another example is mushroom. Some of you might have eaten mushroom when your mother make it in her kitchen. Try to examine it if you got a chance. Mushroom is fleshy, having spore, bearing fruiting body. It grows above the ground or on decay food particles. Can you imagine a plant trapping insects and eating it? That is what done by insectivorous plants. Insectivorous plants, as the name suggests, eat insects and derive their nutrition from them. Insects are good source of nitrogen for plants. Let's have a look on some insectivorous plants. One is pitcher plant. Its leaves appear like a jug or pitcher with open lid. As the insect sit on the pitcher, the lid closed and insect is trapped by the plant. Next is Sundew plant, which have tentacles on its leaves. It has a gum-like substance, that is mucilage, on leaves for trapping insects. The third one is bladderwort. Its leaves are slender or rod-like. Leaves have bladder-like structure for trapping insects. And the fourth one is Venus fly trap. It has green leaves having inner side red. As soon as insect approach this red area, the leaves quickly closed and trap the insect. Friends, there is one more category of plants which we call as symbiotic plants. Here, two plants come in association with each other and make their food with mutual help. The example of symbiotic plants is lichens. It is the association of two organisms, that is fungus and algae. The work of fungus is to supply water and mineral, and the work of algae is to make food. Another example of symbiotic plant is leguminous plants. Leguminous plants obtain nitrogen from rhizobium bacteria. These plants give shelter and nourishment to the rhizobium bacteria in their root. In return, rhizobium trap the nitrogen from soil and supply it to the plant. The last topic of today's discussion is replenishment of nutrients. As crops grows regularly in the soil over and over again, the chances are very high that various nutrients got depleted, which can make the soil infertile. To maintain the fertility of soil, following steps are required. Number 1 is leaving the field free for some time. Number 2, crop rotation. That is, different types of crop should be grown alternatively in a same field. Number 3, adding fertilizers having nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium to the soil by the farmer. And the fourth is leguminous plant like pea, gram, moong may be sown to maintain the nitrogen content of the soil. That's all for today. Hope you enjoyed the video. Here are some questions which I'm sure you are able to answer now. Write these questions and find their answers from previous slides. Good luck. Question number 1. Difference between nutrition and nutrients. 2. Differentiate between autotrophs and heterotrophs. 3. Explain the food factory of plants. 4. How do plants obtain raw material from the surroundings? 5. Define chlorophyll. 6. Explain the role of chlorophyll in the process of photosynthesis. 7. Define photosynthesis along with the equation for the same. 8. How human and animal are directly or indirectly depends upon plants for their food. Question number 9. What are the main requirements of photosynthesis? 10. Define insectivorous plants along with examples. 11. What is saprophytic mode of nutrition? 12. What do you understand by symbiotic relationship present in the organism? 13. How nutrients are replenished in soil? 14. Explain how pitcher plants get their nutrition. If you like the video, please subscribe this channel and click the bell icon to get the notification of all upcoming videos. Put the notification button on. Thank you.